All right then. Let's get this over with. It's over. Too slow. Good girl. Faster! You deserve a rest.
you buying or selling? A fine choice. Come again.
Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here? Well, now the rest have come to join him. See, now, but we ain't quite put which...
Wait.
And it was put this week, and... Thanks,
So,
well, and if it what the... There's a band would have sent, but... And I've...
All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan. Sir Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And
I spoke. She told.
that's we.
That's which is
That
with sir.
that thank and Rob a small.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the band. You and the make sure.
I can't.
The Akashic.
Well, I shall.
Shall I wait?
No need.
All right.
We shall.
Inn's full. Don't bother.
Martha's got a big heart. It's a pity there's so many who are happy to take advantage of it.
My lord Marquis, is that you? It is you. I am Sebastian.
Of course.
Yes.
And what was so...
Sir,
it's all right. That sounds...
It.
Alas.
I have...
See you, I'll need to...
What?
That doesn't exactly...
Thank. don't think you can just walk in here, kill him?
You will leave Eastpool now. Or face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching? I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell Martha the good news.
I'd better get this well back in working order. If we're gonna live here, we'll need...
Ah, there you... Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bat. What's all on second it alone?
I suppose.
What else? Sir Wade, there's plenty...
Did Wade say...
Well, anyway, the poor soul's the way I see it. If it's...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you.
I wanted...
East Pool's been in ruins for years, so wonder any of it's still standing. But with a bit of lumber, a lick of paint, and a lot of hard work, they'll make a home of it yet.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire... Blake, let's hope someone here's seen something.
The bandits may be known, but look what they've left us with. We'll have a hard time.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Are the bad men going to come back?
Gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
Could be I know something.
Clive, listen! I've found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she... Lady... No. You too, Goots.
You fought very bravely. The safety of the town is in our hands.
Run like the wind. Time to brave the Viper's Nest. Thanks, Gal.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
You're finished.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you, anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. I need to find Goots.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay...
After that... Goots, only run along...
No, I don't promise. All right.
Goots, no!
Enough, all of you!
Karen.
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain... though it... what was...
Everyone...
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck. You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, Wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It ain't easy going through life, one eye after all.
You don't...
Oh, don't lost it to old. Said I'd stole, so took it. He didn't. No. But what if he does? Best we take the other. But something right.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Are you looking for something in particular? Fare you well. Are you looking for something in particular? My thanks. Fare you well.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
And maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You the...
Oh.
Oh.
I'd expect it.
Not...
You've seen this kind of...
Many times.
You're one of... You sent me to look...
Well, I arrived and his men...
The captain...
Thought...
What of the fist... Surely they wouldn't allow such lawless...
Those who...
Then it's worse. You should... Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Orif... Like no chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken. Too slow. Give me nice try. Poor beast. There was nothing I could do. difficult he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet. The sooner it's off my hands, the better. Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never... Oh, that's clearly drawing.
I don't play.
Very well. Do not allow...
The bearer of the burning quill is within.
How may I serve you? The history. Naturally. So you see. Indeed. And it was here. An unfortunate as bet to which, alas. Till next we meet.
Not a scratch on them. Have you noticed the Elder has been coughing less of late?
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Mummy made a pottage from it.
Sounds delicious. Perhaps she'll invite me round to try it next time.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches will bring down the price.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here.
If it wasn't for those domed roofs protecting the stones from the elements, the truth of Tabor's history would have been lost centuries ago.
That mark. You must be Lord Worsfield. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, my lord. I, too...
Sounds delicious. Perhaps you'll invite me round to try it next time.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair, considering their age.
Oh, would that I could have seen them for myself. Oh, come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, 1 for each of the 3 peep guardians, and
too many. There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Clifford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned...
Which way did...
South.
All right, found you. Thank... They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more...
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't...
The garrison, there are few... The mark... When I...
Rock, if you...
I shall... But
don't...
I shall...
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. I see you.
You're a friend of the Crimson Caravans. And by the look of you, I'd say you were there.
This must have been a nice place once. And it will be again.
Too slow.
That's all of them. Come on, Toggle. Let's head back to Boklad. Is something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure
You're still...
Well...
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak.
I don't think...
Well, and I would... Hello, she from Shiru.
Oh,
thank well, he's that. This could well be the last commission the Crimson Caravans on. Takes.
Song should we listen?
So, did you have that?
I did.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb. No.
Ah, now then, let's hope... And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honour than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
So...
What the crap? It is a tour de force.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't...
Shit.
I'll give it.
Nothing. I just reckon you vote and I'd have... Right, fat.
There's nothing he wouldn't...
That's his maybe. He'll need to start looking out for it till then.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favour.
I got your note. You think something...
So you can... I didn't... He used to love cracking. Didn't like. You've not been working him too hard.
No harder than... Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah, no. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
So what do I owe the honor? You ever wonder how bloody it? So, will it be? You can thank me later. Anything else?
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collection, which made it...
Can you tell me?
You think I tell? Suppose you're not like fine. Lordy, and he's got reckon he'll...
Thank you, Karen.
Oh.
I appreciate...
Let me help. I know my legs.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain. It may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frostwolf has to... and the good.
Who's that sulking over there by the lift?
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Those tomes wouldn't happen to have letters in them.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to me?
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic?
That's why I'm here.
Shh! Otto might be listening. A little. Listen. I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be... and sadly, that square. I can straighten it out. I'm gonna need help
Be late.
There you are!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming, you get Clive to come to you. The man in... What? Oh, we... No, I've been...
Or is it... Rocks.
Rocks, he says. I know.
I know.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because... Well...
Don't worry.
Really?
No.
Clive,
I wasn't expecting, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of... And though I doubt it's what you were...
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid He saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do. Nice try. Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now, will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Nothing like a little unrest.
Let the dame hear you say that. There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered, if he's still with us. People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Especially with Lubor leaving us. I say he has the makings of a minister.
Lubor did well to bring Conrad and Natalie.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. He has been...
I don't suppose a single... Then I'll retrieve...
You
want to know... I don't suppose...
I didn't every...
Then that's where...
I shall...
That will be...
Farewell.
Good girl.
Yeah!
You deserve a rest.
Got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if
Wyvern take the very stone and
Thank you.
I am. Too many to can, is it? Farewell. Redeem!
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron now.
If all of us continue to work together in defending Dalamir, I foresee good things for this town.
Especially with...
Welcome. If you see any bandits on the road...
saved.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you? So, that'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, now we know what...
Speaking of...
You can, aye. In return...
I was just a moment. So, and hopefully you... Yes.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. But good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind, but they've been alright sword. I'm just. I'll be. Hey, I owe you. You'll be. You can. All right. Trouble with your gear, or... So, what'll it be? And? So, what'll it be? Yeah, that should do you. That it? Fine.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Let me help. I know my letters.
Ah, Clive. Were you able...
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right...
Very good.
Lady Karen...
Ah, do you recall our conversation about precisely that? The Fen and Wild... That Torgal may be the beneficiary of consideration and one...
Here.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to
How
me?
are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic in them?
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby?
Ah, about that. I tried, but she was just too stuck. She threw it.
Karen refused.
I hope it wasn't.
I'm sure you were a stag. Lady Karen Goad tells me you weren't happy with her. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, fine. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000. A canny one, mean. Might be one.
Not.
I hear you ended up delivering a... Thanks to this lump, or sometimes...
Speak...
Oh...
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit...
I knew so little about him.
Before he died, back in the... It was with me and Sid's... That was the man. I couldn't for the... Luckily. It had it for... He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
My men and I lost an entire day avoiding a flood that wasn't there a fortnight ago.
Back again? How may I help you today? Of course. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.